my fellow readers. Welcome back to my blog. Those of you who have read my previous blog post, I just want to say that I finally finished the book Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What a novel. Anyone who hasn't read the book, here is a brief summary. The novel is about two sisters who never knew about each other until they were handed a black stone from their birth mother. The sisters, Ifya and Essie, journey through two very contrasting lives when you compare them. Ifya is married off to an English man and is living a comfortable life in the castle. Meanwhile, right underneath the castle, Essie is being traded off into slavery and shipped to America. The first two chapters are about Essie and Ifya's journey. After that, every chapter switches to a different character and generation in each line until the last two chapters, which are about the present generation. In the slideshow, I want to analyze homegoing by applying postcolonial and feminist literary theory. After reading this book, there were a lot of points I could list for both literary theories that I just decided to share a bit of both. Let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to start off with applying postcolonial literary theory. Ifya's family line. Ifya's family line, who for the most part of the book lived in Ghana, viewed people with white or light brown skin as strangers and are looked down upon. Villagers who believed that any white man that stepped into the village, even if they were just passing through, were killed. The reason why they did that was because recently the white men had killed an important royal figure of Ghana during the war, which left many villagers distraught. It also caused further hate at any person with white skin. This slide shows one of the characters through their perspective of what happened to one of the white men who were just sitting under a tree. Said, the men awoke the white men by tying him to the tree. They built a fire and then they burned him. All the while he was screaming in English, "Please, if anyone here can understand me, let me go. I'm only a traveler. I am not from the government. I'm not from the government." Next is Essie's family line. This is quite interesting because when you look at Essie's family line, it is a complete opposite. All of Essie's descendants lived in America. When Essie was shipped off into slavery to work at a plantation, you can imagine how they were treated. If you did not obey the master, you were whipped. If you grabbed more water than you should have, you were whipped. If you were not up early and working, you were whipped. If you stared too long or even thought about escaping, you guessed it, they were whipped. People with white skin were considered to have more power over people with darker skin. Whether the person with light skin is a man, woman, or child, they had more rights compared to anyone else. As the generation passed in this family line, it gets slightly better. Now, saying that is a stretch, but it sort of got better for the darker skinned people. The more north they traveled, the freer, and I say this in quotations, they were considered. However, being free still had many restrictions, one of them being that they had to cross the street if a person with white skin is walking on the same path. People with dark skin still could not get jobs any higher than cleaning houses and mining. If someone with dark skin looked at a person with white skin, they were arrested. Most of the times, they were arrested for no reason and sent to work and die in the mining industry. But the white people did not care. They could always replace them. So this is one of the quotations also by, in a perspective of another character, and this is what they said. Reverend George Lee of Mississippi